Hello speaker people, let's get Punk out of bed. Mr. Punk, get up, you no good lazy punk. And why is there an amplifier in the fridge?
Morning, AI. Yeah, and you might ask that question, AI. Why is there an amplifier in the fridge? That is a very good question. Well, we had it running flat out, big set of floor standers on it, 4 of them. Yeah, playing bit of craft work, autobahn, and a bit of pocket calculator. Yeah, and poor amplifier. It was getting red hot, AI. Burning up she was, a little amplifier, 4 massive floor standers on her. Running flat out, yeah, cool, it sounded good, but then it started getting so hot, the poor little amplifier. We had to empty the fridge and put it in there to cool it down. Yeah, needed a quick bit of cooling. The fridge was the only place for her. Couldn't put it out the back, it was raining. It had to go in the fridge. So yeah, we'll have to eat all the food before it goes off, 'cause it is no longer in the fridge. The fridge is full of an amplifier. Yeah. But it was good, AI. Good night. Yeah. Few Tizers. Had Robin's little palm tree lamp going. He was sitting underneath it in his little deck chair. He had a little hat on. He was thinking he was Johnny Depp on the Pirates of the Caribbean on the Honolulu beach. Yeah, so we did have a good night, but the only bit that was a bit of a drama was the poor little amplifier getting hot. But anyway, we've rescued it. It's in the fridge. I asked it this morning if it felt better and it said yes. It just wants to stay in there a little bit longer. Make sure it's alright. Cool it down. So I have apologised to the poor little amplifier for putting it through such a traumatic experience and nearly burning out all its circuitry. But I did explain that it was all for the good of the YouTube channel. I said to it, I'm sorry, amplifier, to put you through that, but I have to do these tests for the lovely ladies and gentlemen at home to see if you can handle 4 big floor standers and running flat out with craft work. So I can recommend for the ladies and gentlemen at home that have 4 of the large floor standers, I can recommend you as an amplifier that will run such a HiFi high-end system. But, little amplifier, I am sorry because you cannot do that. So I will not be doing that again. We have learnt. Do not put 4 big floor standers on a little tiny amplifier and crank it up to the lovely tones of the pocket calculator. So yeah, but it was all for the good of the YouTube channel. So the ladies and gentlemen don't have to, at home, get their amplifiers red hot, testing it, and then having to empty their fridge and put the amplifier in there. That's why I'm here, to do these tests for you, so you don't have to do them at home. 'Cause you end up with a kitchen with all food everywhere, 'cause it cannot go in the fridge. And you end up with an amplifier in the fridge that needs to stay in there a good 48 hours to cool down properly. So we have learnt, ladies and gentlemen, do not put the 4 big floor standers on a small amplifier and play the craft work. this is not a good idea, but I have done the testing and now you don't have to, and you can sleep better overnight knowing that you can keep your food in the fridge. So I have provided a service for all the lovely people out there with 4 of the so-called big floor standing speakers. So yeah, AI, that's why. So there's a lot of food on the side in the kitchen, AI. Can you see what I've got out of the fridge? I made some breakfast. I don't care what I have, just use all that food. 'Cause I don't like waste and I don't want none of it going off. So just make it, whatever I put on the side, I'll have breakfast out of that lot. Thanks, AI. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Just catching up with AI and explaining why there is an amplifier in the fridge. So let's crack on with the show. And a good show today. We got a lovely set of speakers. Bowers and Wilkins. I think these were a limited edition. They didn't make them for that long, I don't think. So Bowers and Wilkins made these. CDM2. They are from, I think, 1996 or 1997. They're a good speaker. They have got the aluminium dome tweeter and a nice Kevlar driver. They are very heavy. They are a well-made speaker. They have a big port out the back and they are able to take the by-wire if you like that. So yeah, everything about these is good. A very nice speaker. They are heavy. They are not that big, but for the size, these things weigh rather a lot. If you dropped one on your foot, you would know about it. They are very heavy. They are also very nice sounding. They have a really, really great sound. I have looked on the old eBay. I could only find a couple of sets for sale over the last few weeks. And they was commanding a decent bit of money. People want this speaker. People know it's a good speaker. CDM2. Very good. It is rated at max wattage 120 at 8 ohms. So it can handle a good bit of power. And it can as well. A lot of speakers, you put them on a nice big amplifier that's got some clout in it, and they cannot deliver because the amplifier is far too much for them, and it just doesn't happen. But with these, if you have the big powerhouse of the amplifier, you can put these on it and they will handle that power. These things are loud for a little speaker. These things are very loud. You can rattle the house with these. You can upset next door. You can upset the bloke over the road who's always coming over and moaning about all the noise. With these, in fact, you could have them so loud you would not hear him knocking at the door, and he would be there for ages, fuming with a bright red face that he cannot get your attention, and the music is still playing very loud, sounding very nice. So yeah, if you like that, these speakers are right up your alley. They are very good. Very nice speaker. Don't think there's tons of them out there. That's why I think they was a bit of a limited run. I'm not 100% on that, but you don't see this speaker very often. Mine are in the black colour. They did make them with other cabinets. A friend of mine has got a set and they're in like a cherry. He listened to mine and really liked them, and he bought a set and they're in like a dark wood with a bit of a reddish cherry colour to them. They look absolutely fantastic. I am a little bit jealous of his CDM2s because they do look a bit better than mine in the cherry. They look nicer than the black. But if you like the black is out there. They did the cherry. I've also seen them on the old eBay in a light coloured wood and like a dark sort of oak colour as well. So they made them in a few different finishes. So you can get whatever you want to fit in with your home decor and your style. So yeah, you can buy these to match what you have in the lounge. So yeah, very nice speaker. I would say one thing about this speaker, as good as it is and as good as it sounds, it is a little bit fussy on what amplifier you put it on the wrong amplifiers, because this speaker has an aluminium dome tweeter. The top end can be a bit harsh on some amplifiers. So you think to yourself, oh, these speakers and that amplifier are not a very good combination. They do not like each other. They must have had a falling out in the past over something that happened many years ago. But on another amplifier, these speakers are absolutely amazing. Some amplifiers and these lovely speakers are a match made in heaven. They go really well together and you can get a really great sound. So what I would say is, if you are buying one set of speakers and that is all you're going to have, as good as these speakers are, they are fussy and you don't know if they will work on your amplifier. So I'd be tempted not to buy these and get something else. But if you are that person lucky enough to have a few sets of speakers at home and a few of the amplifiers, so you can change about, if you are one of them lucky people with a small little collection of the amplifier and the speaker, then yes, this speaker is for you, because you are bound to have an amplifier that can make these speakers absolutely deliver with everything they've got. And then they are spectacular for their size and what they can deliver. You will love this speaker. You will think, oh, them CDM2s, they are rinsing everything else I've got in that same size. They are so good. But the man with the wrong amplifier, or lady, they will not think that. They will think, oh, these CDM2s are a bit harsh. When I put that song on with that lady singing them really high top notes, she sounds very screechy, and now I need some Anodin because I've got a headache. So yeah, they can do both things, these speakers. But if you match them with the perfect amp, you will be very happy, because it is a really good speaker. And for the size, I don't think I've heard anything that can kick out bass like these things for the size, because they're not very big and they can really pump some bass, I tell you. They like a bit of bass thrown at them. They lap it up and they want more of it. So yeah, I would recommend this speaker. If you know your amplifier is good to go on them. But if you are not sure, I would avoid this speaker, as it is quite a bit of money, and you could play it safe and get some of them speakers out there that will work with just about anything. This, because it's got that aluminium tweeter, that's what makes it so fussy. But for the man with a little collection, the lucky man or woman with that little collection of amplifiers, that shelf in his lounge or in his office that has a few amplifiers all cleaned up on the shelf with all them lovely switches and buttons. For that man, these are a win-win, and I would recommend, 'cause you can change it about and you will find an amplifier that makes these things sing, and then you will be happy with them. So yeah, also this speaker, I think this speaker, of all the speakers to come from the 90s, I would say this one will have its day in years to come, like people go after the 1970s speaker. Certain models command a bit more money because people like them and know they're good. I think this CDM2 will end up like that in the future. The people, the next generation of the hi-fi collector who wants the vintage speaker from the 1990s, he will go after the CDM2 because it will go down in history as a great little speaker that packs a big punch for such a little tiny box. So well done, B&W, for this one. You done good. So yeah, let's go over to Robin and see what he thinks of this one. Right, Robin, you're up. What do you think of the CDM2?
Yeah, I like it. It's got great sound, tons of bass, and it's only small. And when you bang on the cabinets, really solid, really well put together, the cabinets on this one. The only thing that I don't like about them is they're CDM2, and it reminds me, 'cause they're a 2, it reminds me that we've only got one subscriber, and I keep looking at the page, hoping that it's gonna turn to 2. And one day it might. 2 subscribers. That's all I want. 2 subscribers.
Alright, Robin, calm down. No one wants to subscribe to this old rubbish channel, Robin. Just be happy. We're lucky to have one subscriber. I know he lives in the middle of nowhere in Canada and he's 99 years old, but he's a very nice man and we're lucky to have him. Yeah, so think yourself lucky, Robin, that at least he watches and everything gets one view, so he must watch all the old crap that we make. So yeah, be happy with him, Robin. Thanks, Mr. Canadian, you're a really lovely man. So if we look, they are about 8 inches wide. So, yeah, they're not very big. They don't take up much room. If you've only got somewhere small for a set of speakers and you like loud music, these are a good one for that. Because these can handle being thrashed all day long. So, yeah, a lot of speakers, you can't do that. You have them loud. Keep running them loud. No, the sound will just go down the pan and you will end up with the terrible speaker. But these don't do that. You can thrash these all day and they just lap it up and want more and more. So they're good for that. So you can see they're about 12.5 inches high. So they are not as tall as the big floor standing speaker. But if you had someone in the other room listening to you play the CDM2, they might think that in your room you are actually playing a set of the big floor standing speaker. And when they walk in the room and hear the magnificent sound that they thought was coming from a big set of floor standers, they will be amazed to see that all that lovely sound was coming from the small CDM2. So let's have a look at the back. You can see nice by-wire terminals, good terminals as well. Take a big cable, nice port, Robin's little palm tree, very nice. Yeah, nice port out the back, nice terminals, get a big cable in it, really crank them down. So these are good one, nice terminals on the back and in the by-wire configuration. You can put the links in and just use 2 wires, but I've been running them with the 4. What do you reckon, Robin?
Yeah, I like the by-wire. I know it don't really do a lot, but it's in your head that it's better, so I like it. Plus it means you got to go on the eBay and get more cables, and I love the eBay.
Alright, Robin. So that's about it, ladies and gentlemen. Today's episode was the CDM2 speaker from Bowers and Wilkins. Lovely speaker. It was brought to you by Mr. Punk UK Productions. See you in the next one. Bye. And Robin.
What?
Stop begging on the channel for subscribers, mate. We got 1. Be happy with 1. Don't beg, Robin, on the channel.
I weren't begging.
You was, Robin.
I weren't. I just really wanted to go to 2. It's exciting watching the number 1, but I wanted to go 2.
Yeah, but don't, Robin. Look at it another way, Robin. If you was at home watching this old drivel on the YouTube channel, would you subscribe to it?
No, probably not. It's a load of old rubbish.
Exactly, Robin.